to thank the Almighty God for everything. For the gift of life and the gift of health. Maka Maria Maka Ngosia. For as I always say, without it, we can do nothing. Ewe kuya, ewe hai juwara. Obosi kita, ihe ọgụgụ niile agụrụ anyị ụbọchị kita na-arụta aka n'otu ihe. Umeala, humility. Umeala. Augustine ga-asọ ajụrụ ya otu ajụrụ wee sị ya, elee ihe atọ, virtue atọ that can lead to Christian perfection. Christian perfection. Yes, as I say, nke mbụ humility. Nke abụọ humility. Nke atọ humility. Yes, that humility makes men angels. That humility makes men angels. And pride makes angels devil. Pride makes angels devil. Now, I ask, what transformed the Lucifer into devil? Organic pride. Pride. Now, my lecturer once said, you are boasting. And as you are boasting, it means that somebody or somewhere now you go to. That you are boasting, you are this and that. Somebody or somewhere, they can't get the busy. Not somewhere. Now you go to the and you are here boasting and boasting. There is this kind of man, popular. He's always boasting. One day, Jonah said that Maya won't go. That is all overseas. So one day I called him and said, hey, yeah. Masia Emana, even your uncle, that's all true, yeah. Ihe niile anyị nwere n'elu ụwa onye nyere anyị ọchụkwa ya? Yes, ọchụkwa anyị. Now, who is a Christian? A Christian is one who imitates the life of Christ. A Christian is one who imitates the life of Christ. And Jesus Christ was an epitome of humility. Here on earth, he was an epitome of humility. And that is why Philippians 2 verse 6 that say that though he was God, Jesus humbled himself unto what? Death on the what? On the cross. And therefore God exalted him above what? Every word name. That at the mention of Jesus, every name must do what? Bow. And every tongue must confess that what? Jesus is what? Is Lord. So as a result of Jesus' humility, God exalted him above every word, every name. And when you are to ask him, only put to away Allah. The shortest way of finding favor before God and man is to acquire the golden virtue of humility. That the shortest way of finding favor before God and man is to acquire the golden virtue of humility. If you are humble before God, God will be humble before your request. if you are humble before God, God will be humble before your requests. He will be humble before your prayers, before your intentions and your heart's desires. And if you are also humble before man, there is no door you will not go through or pass through in life. Now, after some are saying, there is one thing I ask of the Lord. Never to remain in his house all the days of what? Of my life. In the same way, there is always one thing we ask of God. We ask of God. And most times, this thing, it revolves around open doors. Open doors. And God is ever ready to open our doors. Every day to open our doors. But not that many of us, our pride and pomposity, our pompousness and pompous life have locked our doors. Many of us, our pompous life, our pride, have locked up our doors. In your book for people, now saying that we are the first fruits and citizens of the heavenly Jerusalem. Now even the first fruits of the heavenly Jerusalem. And that is why first but you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. So we are the first class. A royal priesthood because of Jesus' humility. Jesus in his humility sacrificed his life so that he can lift us from slaves to a what? A chosen what? A chosen race, a holy nation. So if Jesus was not humble, ordinary man, he wouldn't have died a shameful death on the cross. And in the Jewish tradition, death on the cross is a shameful death. For thieves, those who committed shameful acts. Shameful acts. So here we don't Jesus Christ just to elevate us from our poverty of sin towards now, just like Jesus, your humility can be the keys unto the salvation of your neighbor and brother and those around you. Your humility can become the key to the salvation of that's your brother, that's your sister, that's your neighbor and those around you. Your humility again can become the key, the open doors to the salvation of that's your brother and that's your sister around you. Few months to my ordination, I was getting leads from the mother. And at the point, I was surprised because all my life, I wouldn't know any HDK at that village. And I never appeared on the altar as a village. So, but I was surprised. I come and send me, Dicky, send your account number. I was surprised because I'm not man and they don't know me. So one day, just few days in my version of the reason why they are doing all these things is because of my dad. As somebody who is what? Humble I was and sinful. I want that because of the personhood of my father, his humility and simplicity, all the reason why they are what doing these words for me. So the humility of my father became a key to what? My problems. Because at that time, I needed what? Money for my what? Ordination. For my ordination. So in the same way, your humility can become a key to the problems of those around you. Your humility, your humility. And what was your guitar? Jesus explains this humility in a practical way. Yes, and when you are at a feast, in a feast, one put your seat at the low place first, so that come and do what? And sit what? At the high what? At the high place. More when you go and sit at the high place, they will come and tell you, but there is somebody else who is supposed to what? Be here. Now imagine yourself, you dress well, you wear your perfume, maybe I work for you or for someone else. How will you feel? So, on the moment to respect yourself and be humble. In your God said, go first of all and sit in the what? No place. No that you are there, and then they call you. Sing it again. Go to what? The high place. Be humble. When you have a feast, do not invite only the rich. Invite also the what? The poor. Opposite the time. Many of us, I hate it. No, we hate the poor ones around us. Many of us are some we hate the poor. We hate the poor. We hate to move around the poor. To move with the poor. Many of us, we have no business with the poor. If you are not talking money at what? Talking what? Nonsense. So even on your way, they have no business with you. Opposite the time, if you have a feast, make effort to invite both the rich and the what? And the poor. They are part of humanity. How much they give? How won't that do not forsake the poor. And when we were poor and sin, Jesus loved us. He pampered us. He took us as his own. He showed us mercy. He showed us care. Saying, come to me, you who are what? Burdened. I will do what? I will give you rest. Bill Gates. Nandotia. Elon Musk. That they are worth over hundreds of billions of pounds. But when you see them, they are simple and live a simple life, and they associate with both the poor and the ones and the rich. But you, simple amounts, 5 million in your account, 5 million amounts in your account. Now, you are now a big boy, a big man. You don't want to associate them with the poor. Give them your friends, give them who are poor. Then when they go, say, Yanso, no, stand again. Say, far away. Just 5 million alerts in your heart. In your plan. Many of us, even when we are poor, we have begun to plan how to live our life as rich men. We draw a line. Simply when we go again, Yanso, nobody will again last. So for simple time, Jesus is saying, be humble, be humble, be humble. If you are humble, you can obtain anything you want from God. From God. From God. On him, as I is saying, with heaven, my throne, and the earth, my footstool. What else do you have to what? Give me or give for me? My heart is focused on the humble and what? What kind of words? Of heart. That his heart is focused on the what? On the humble of heart. Only man. So when you are humble, Jesus will be humble before you. And your intentions and your problems and whatever situation you are in, Jesus will be humble before you. So for simple time, be humble, and be humble. With so the Jesus Christ.